There we are.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Hello!
Are you there?
Welcome!
To everyone and no one.
We've been working away here trying to iron out all the bugs that have been bugging us on all these other things.
Infesting us.
And we had a very good session this week testing things. Everything seemed just right. So it doesn't mean that everything's not going to go to hell. It just means that when it does, it's going to really surprise us.
And what about that reverb? Did you ever turn that reverb off?
I did turn that down. So in case you can't hear enough reverb, you can go like this.
Those of you with my phone number, feel free to text me if you think there's something that needs fixing, or just to say everything sounds fine. How you been? That sounds good.
But you didn't show up here to hear us whinge about technical streaming problems. No, we're supposed to play some songs, so we're going to do that. See what happens.
The theme this week is no theme. Go for it, dear.
It's a version of the Cape Cod Girls. 2, 3. Oh, the Cape Cod girls, they got no combs. All the way, boys, all the way. They comb their hair with codfish bones. We're bound away for Australia. So heave her up, my bully boys. All the way, boys, all the way. So heave her up, don't you make a noise. We're bound away for Australia. And the Cape Cod kids, they need no sleds. All the way, boys, all the way. They slide down hills on codfish heads. We're bound away for Australia. So heave her up, my bully boys. All the way, boys, all the way. So heave her up, don't you make a noise. We're bound away for Australia. Cod ladies, they got no frills. All the way, boys, all the way. They're pretty and light as the codfish gills. We're bound away for Australia. So heave her up, my bully boys. All the way, boys, all the way. So heave her up, don't you make a noise. We're bound away for Australia. All around the world. All the way, boys, all the way. Plus I raise my glass to the Cape Cod girls. We're bound away for Australia. So heave her up, my bully boys. All the way, boys, all the way. So heave her up, don't you make a noise. We're bound away for Australia. So heave her up, my bully boys. All the way, boys, all the way. Don't you make a noise. We're bound away for Australia. Bound away for Australia. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. your phone flashing yet?
I didn't see any flashing. Okay. Let's see. Nobody said anything.
Maybe there's nobody there.
I'm going to assume that means that everything is fine. Fine, it's all fine. And if it isn't, well, it'll be like the end of the last concert.
Oops.
That's okay. We figured out what we did wrong, and we figured out how not to reproduce that. And you knew what song we were singing anyway, so it worked out fine.
We're going to do a song about the nitrate trade. The nitrate trade was a polite word for guano, which is a polite name for bird shit. So who says sailors weren't polite?
They were totally polite.
This is a song about going around Cape Horn, and specifically about have to be very careful, because if you didn't watch yourself, you'd find that you'd got drugged or kidnapped and shipped off to what they call the Chinchas Islands, which are islands off the coast of Peru, 13 miles off the coast of Peru.
Geography, it's a thing.
Yeah, geography. Yeah, see, that's the thing. This song is all about going around talking about the flash girls of Chile. And but the song is about Calais, which is in Peru, and the Chinchas, which are in Peru, proving that sailors were much better at singing songs than they were at geography.
Actually.
I mean, they were or knowing where the hell they were. Where are we?
I don't know.
What ship is this?
No, that's later, dear.
So, but we can date this song somewhere between 1840 and 1874, because the Peruvians started exporting bird guano to use for fertilizer and for explosives around 1840. And then they stopped doing that around 1874 because there was no more left. They had
taken all the guano away.
Took all the guano away.
Tanya, by the way, says that we sound wonderful.
We do.
Yay, Tanya,
Oh,
thank you. That's the kind of feedback we like. Doesn't hurt our ears one bit. For more about the nitrate trade and guano, check out Wikipedia, because there's some interesting stuff there.
So this is called the Saltpeter's Shanty, which is yet another, polite word for nitrate guano bird shit. It sounds a lot better than the bird crap shanty, doesn't it? It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. To old Calais we are bound to go. Hurrah! To old Calais we are bound to go. Hurrah! We're bound away from Liverpool Bay to those flash girls of Chile who grab all our pay. Oh, roll, rock your bars, viva hi-yo, rock and roll. Pedro the Crimp boys, we know him of old. Oh, Pedro the Crimp boys, we know him of old. Well, he's priming our vino, he's doping our beer. To the Chinchas he'll ship us if we don't steer clear. Oh, rock your bars, even hi-yo, rock and roll. All those flash girls at Chile, they are hard to beat. Those flash girls at Chile, they are hard to beat. They'll greet us and love us and treat us to wine, but we know they are robbing us most of the time. Rockin' bars, fever hi-yo, rock and roll. comes time to sail away home, oh, roll. And when it comes time to sail away home, oh, roll. From some old seaport town on the west coast of hell, we'll sing adios and we'll wish you all well. Oh, roll, rock your bars, heave a high-oh, a rock and roll, roll. To old Carlisle we are bound to go, oh, roll. To old Carlisle we are bound to go, oh, roll. We're bound away from Liverpool Bay to those flash girls of Chile who grab all our pay. Oh, roll, rock your bars, heave a high-oh, rock and roll, roll. Oh, roll, rock your bars, heave a high-oh, rock and roll, roll. Heave a high-oh. Har. Thank you.
Did you sing along?
Thank you.
Because you should have been if you weren't. We can't hear you, remember? I often say that at gigs. I say, go ahead and sing along. We're really, really loud and obnoxious, and we'll never hear you singing unless you really belt it out. So feel free. If you're sitting in the back and feeling shy, just sing quietly. And I promise not to critique your performance on the way home. So
Well,
in
we're
this case, you're
we're
even
home
more
already,
safe.
right?
We're already home, so we're not going to critique you.
Oops.
Oops. Oops. What? Oops.
I have to retune.
What?
Yeah, I put this set list together and I realized that I have to retune the guitar for practically every time I use the guitar. So there you go.
That's right. It's just right up there with me and tuning the hurdy-gurdy. So we often have rehearsals, and William will say, "What do you want to play?" And I'll say, "Well, what are you in tune for?" And he'll say, "Nothing." So I'll pick a song, and he'll go, "Oh, I have to retune for that." It's like, there's no winning. There's no winning. So this is one of those classic songs about the person who dresses up in drag and goes away to sea to follow their true love. There you go.
I first heard this from Stuart Frank, the wonderful Stuart M. Frank. He recorded this and kind of fell in love with it. And numerous other friends of ours have recorded this, but we've never ended up recording this. Usually because every time we were ready to put it on an album,
Somebody came out with it
was
already.
Like, oh, they just released their album and they had it on. It's like, we'll just wait. So we're still waiting. It's called Jack Monroe. It's a really lovely song.
Great imagery.
We'll see. 2, 3. Johnny's gone sailing with trouble on his mind for the leaving of his country and his darling love behind. Doralee, a laddie, Doralee, my lily-o. She's gone to a tailor shop and she's dressed in men's array, and she's shipped on board a man-o'-war, conveyed herself away. Doralee, a laddie, Doralee, my lily-o. Oh, before you step on board, sir, your name I'd like to know. With a smile upon her countenance, she answered, Jack Monroe. Doralee, laddie, Doralee, my lily-o. Oh, your waist, it is too slender, and your fingers are too small, and your cheeks, they are too rosy to face the cannonball. Doralee, a laddie, Doralee, my lily-o. My waist, it is quite slender, and my features, they are small, but I'll never faint nor falter, though 10,000 round me fall. Doralee, a laddie, Doralee, my lily-o. And the guns did loudly rattle, sweet music they did play, and unto the field of battle the ship sailed away. And when the war was over, in a circle she marched around, and among the dead and wounded, her darling love she found. Doralee, a laddie, Doralee, my lily-o. Doralee, a laddie, Doralee,
My lily-o. Here you go.
That actually happened a lot more frequently than one would imagine, at least if you check out the historical records, that women did often disguise themselves
Yep.
as sailors, as men, and would go off and sign on board ships, and sometimes successfully. Now, there's no guaranteeing that everybody didn't know it, and there was a whole lot of winking going around.
Just saying, oh, yes.
oh yeah, Jack, yeah, here,
Jack,
come.
yeah. He's a fine, slender little fella.
What a guy.
What a guy. Though, you know, there's a wonderful story about this this woman who was a great hand with horses back in the 1800s or something like that. And she was really, really great with it when she was a kid. And as she got older, her parents told her, well, now you have to become a young lady. So she ran away and dressed up as a boy and ended up a cowboy on the range and actually voted successfully long before it was okay for women to vote, and was only discovered after her death in her 60s, when her body was discovered in her cabin where she had retired to a life of solitude with her cow pony.
Voting fraud. There ought to be.
Right? There ought to be a
Pass
law.
some legislation. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong channel.
I just thought that was really cool. That's a great story. Yeah.
Well, we thought we'd sing you a sea shanty that's just a a cappella sea shanty.
What? Without a key change or anything?
We learned this a long, long time ago, and recorded it
A long
time ago.
Before we learned it even.
This
That's
is
how
actually
long
a Welsh shanty, and some of the lines in it are Welsh, or at least they started out Welsh before they
got
they
massaged by the folk
massaged,
process.
yeah, by sailors who, besides not being good at geography, were not the greatest linguists in the world either. So This is called Hobby Dairy Dando, which may translate to a line something about a pig under an oak tree.
That's suitably obscure, don't you think?
Either that or maybe got really, really messed up so much that the translation was altered. Yeah. Hobby Dairy Dando. Yeah, you can sing along. Hobby Dairy Dando, Canny Ganny Yetto.
And what does that mean?
That means here is the singing of it again.
Ah, right.
At least this is what I read. And the big chorus is, Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. And Shanivak Voin is apparently translates to gentle little Jane.
Isn't that wonderful?
That
I
sweet?
think
Yeah.
that's charming as heck.
Sing praise to Jane. So off in the glen, obviously in the glen, there's an oak tree with a pig under it.
And that's Jane,
it
the
all-
pig, who's a very sweet and gentle little... Oh, now all of a sudden I see where this came from. This is a subtle dig at pigs and women both at the same time. Okay.
Quick, let's sing this before I get into any more trouble. I'll sing the bass and you sing the solo. Hobby Dairy Dando. All about the clipper ship, the Marco Polo. Canny Gannietto. See her rolling through the water. Jane, sweet Jane. Wish I was in bed with the old man's daughter. Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Oh, Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Davy, Davy comes from Nevin, Hobby Dairy Dando, and he's got a sweet little engine, Canny Gannietto, and he thinks so much about it, Jane, sweet Jane, that he cannot do without it. Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Cosher Bailey had a sister, Hobby Dairy Dando, laughed like blazes when you kissed her, Canny Gannietto. Could not knit or mend a stocking, Jane, sweet Jane, but what she could do was shocking. Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Oh, Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Johnny Jonesy wants a missus, Hobby Dairy Dando, someone to keep him warm with kisses, Canny Gannietto. Take him around to Bailey's sister, Jane, sweet Jane. She's so hot she'll raise a blister. Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Oh, Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Oh, Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. So I'll sing the bass and you sing the solo, Hobby Dairy Dando. All about the clipper ship, the Marco Polo, Canny Gannietto. See her rolling through the water, Jane, sweet Jane. I wish I was in bed with the old man's daughter. Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Oh, Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin. Jane, Jane, come to the glen to sing praise to Shanivak Voin.
Carefully planned, every moment of it.
I like Captain's Daughter shanties and songs,
I do
particularly
too.
because it's
As my dad was a captain, as I think probably all of you know.
Yep. So I married the captain's daughter. Ha, 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 ha.
And boy, was he pleased. This is a lovely song coming up, written by our friend Mary Benson, who lives down in Portland. And we did a recording of this, I think, on like our second album. And it was, this was a much easier experience, weirdly enough. So there you go. But it's lovely. It's got an awesome chorus, comes around a bunch of times.
We gave Felicia a chance to harmonize with herself.
Multi-track
yeah.
with myself. And
So.
I am really hard to sing harmonies with. That's all I have to say. Tanya, you have all my respect.
Okay, so see if how this
I hope this
comes
works.
across. So
Hope you like it.
See you in a bit.
Met him on a fine spring day, sailed his ship into our bay, came ashore and made his way, said no words of going home. Sail away, sail away, Johnny's sailing home today. Sail away, sail away, Johnny's going home. Stole my heart, he stole the key, gave a promise to love only me. But now he's leaving, he says I'm free. All he thinks of is going home. Sail away, sail away, Johnny's sailing home today. Sail away, sail away, Johnny's going home. Think I'll go down to the sea, walk along that lonely
We're back.
I was busy fielding questions, otherwise I would have tuned before, and then I would have needed to tune again anyway, so, you know.
Isn't that a pretty song?
It was really interesting recording that, and William did such a fine job with the video. And the cittern part just, oh, so gorgeous. Just what I needed. That was by Mary Benson.
Anything pertinent?
Just Chris saying, make sure to get in close with the pipes, and with my whistles, he means.
Yeah.
And I was almost touching the mic, so if it's not coming through, then I don't really know what to do. That's a whole issue. So.
Oh, see, now we're getting red squares on our thing saying something's goofy with this video. So hopefully it's not died. It's back to green.
We have some flashing
Oh,
light
it
there.
could be just our internet connection.
Yeah, probably. Well, we'll just do what we can. But thanks for listening, everybody. Thank you, Tanya and Chris, for your comments. Really, really, really appreciate it.
This is another modern shanty. I mean, the last one was as well. This was written by a fellow named Tony Goodenough, and in England. And I can only think that what a good thing that he was in England, that when he was growing up, he did not have to deal with all of the Rocky and Bullwinkle fans talking about Boris Badenoff and Tony Goodenough.
That never occurred to me.
But
That's really funny. Oh, poor Tony. Yeah, that would have been hell here.
it's called the Pump Shanty, and it's we link it up with the tune "Jump at the Sun," which is written by John Kirkpatrick.
No matter what it says on the album.
What it says.
We were misinformed. Anyway.
So, you have to keep pumping, otherwise the ship just
Sags.
sags. Yeah, sags, that's a good way to put it. Ready? I hope that was a yes. They say life has its ups and downs, that really now is quite profound. I'd like to push the capstan round, but it's pump me boys before we drown. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. The ocean we all do adore, so come on lads, let's pump some more. Don't worry, you're stiff and sore, for I'm sure we pumped this bit before. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. The captain's daughter, I suppose she could be called an English rose. What would you think when I proposed? The pox she gave to me a dose. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. Oh, this rose, well, she did prick me sore. I never felt so bad before. Thanks to the girl I did adore, I thought I'd never pump no more. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. So I went to the doctor right away to find out what he had to say.
That's 2 pounds 10. Get on your way.
I'm sure that girl is in his pay. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. When I am in my bed and thinking of the day ahead, I wish that I could wake up dead, but pumping's all I get instead. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. Yes, How I wish that I could die the swine who built this tub to find. I'd drag him back from where he fries to pump until the bugger's dry. Pump, me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. No, I'd used him for his ark. Now wouldn't that have been a lark? From rising sun till getting dark, the animals all hard at work singing, pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. There's so much water down below, now how it got there I don't know. The old man says let's roll and go, but I think we're bound for Davy Joe. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home. Pump me boys, pump her dry, down to hell and up to the sky. Bend your back and break your bones, we're just 1,000 miles from home.
Arr.
Okay, one more time, we're retuning the guitar.
William plays in several different tunings, and if you want to find out more about them, you can just contact him, preferably through email. He's not really a terribly big fan of Facebook. Oh, sorry.
If we had more room, I'd just have more guitars stacked up in here, but...
You could have 3 or 4 guitars, but not in this room. Chris Bingham very kindly offered to come over and help us run sound sometime, which was like really an awfully kind thing. And I said,
I was like, bring your shoehorn because
there's no room in here. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, we're really cramped in our place too. And so I took pictures because they are cramped. They are a little cramped, but not like us. And there was this little pause, and he wrote, and he said, you have us beat for weeness. Which is like, I laughed so hard. For a long time. It was great. I still think it's funny.
A song by Brian Bedford. We're going to take a break after this. Just do a little more retuning. It's called White Horses, and it's one of our favorite songs of all time. So it's about dreaming your way to sea, I guess. Brian gets terribly seasick, so for him, that's as close as it's going to get. So his idea of the perfect thing is to go to sleep on nice, solid ground, have a lovely, pleasant dream about being in a boat somewhere, and then wake up in the morning and go downstairs and have a cup of tea, and that would be perfect. So, but it's got some lovely dream imagery in this song, and it's served us well.
Yeah, it's got a lovely chorus too, and we started out with a little tune called Metal Man.
3, 1, 2. white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. No sailor am I, for the city's my place, but still I would feel the salt wind on my face, watching stallions that silently race for the sands, pounding moonlight and starlight lit shimmering land, where white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. Every path seems to lead to the key that's inside, and there take the ebb tide to where I would ride, seeking dreams of adventure, contented and free, scanning endless horizons, the stars and the sea, where white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. This sea has no danger, this ocean no threat, for safe on my pillow, brave dreams I'll forget. Still in moonlight closed I light, they run for the shore, and I will ride the white horses once more. Where white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. Oh yes, white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. I'll ride the white horses soon.
Brian Bedford.
Pint Bedford. Thanks very much. Please stick around. We've got another set coming up and lots more songs, another little funny video maybe. And
I sure hope so.
we'll see you in just a little bit.
And please consider making a donation if you can, and if you can't, that is totally okay. Great.
Just happy to have you here.
No kidding, right?
Hey,
Hi.
we're back. Do we look rested?
There was no line for the bathroom. It was awesome. I did have to spend a minute tuning my hurdy, though. Otherwise, I would have been online and fielded some of your questions or whatever in the chat, but didn't make it this time. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. We can't quite get to that in this position.
Yeah.
Um,
But if you got questions, forward them to me on my Facebook account, or email me, or email William, or
let us know.
or whatever.
Last month we did a Zoom after the show kind of coffee get together, and we did not plan one of those for this month, I'm afraid. So mostly because I had been a little bit hesitant. Last month I got my second vaccine, COVID vaccine, which was like, yay, that's really great. And then a few days after that, I started having this ringing in my ears that started, kind of accelerating. So
It was really bad.
yeah, so it made me a little bit insecure about how am I going to be feeling after sitting next to a hurdy-gurdy for 2 hours.
We've been rehearsing,
In
but I've
this
only
tiny
used,
little room, yeah.
only used one melody string and played as quietly as I can, and it was still kind of, it was noise provoking for him. So we were erring on the side of caution.
Yes.
But
And
you're
it
getting
seems to be
better,
doing-
right?
It's doing okay, yes.
Okay, good.
The crickets are, may still be there, but they put away the skill saws, and
I'm so
and
glad.
they stop, running the shower or flushing the toilet or whatever.
So
it is.
maybe, probably next concert we'll do a Zoom, and we'll give people links and stuff like that. So, but in the meantime,
Happy to be here. Let's put it that way.
right?
Um,
Me too.
yeah, I was considering it. It was like, well, let's see. I can get a nice tin cup and go sit on a corner somewhere. So it would make sitting there with you busking on the hurdy-gurdy a lot easier because I wouldn't hear it then.
Oh. Nice guy. Good thing you're so dang cute.
Another sea shanty. We
What?
referred to this as Bo Diddley Goes to Sea over a long time, and you might see why. But going round Cape Horn or around the corner. Bo Diddley, well, around the corner we must go. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner in the ice and snow. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will fly. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner by and by. Round the corner, Sally. Well, now Sally Brown, she's the girl for me. Round the corner, Sally. She's a-waiting there by the mango tree. Round the corner, Sally. She loves me good, she loves me long. Round the corner, Sally. She loves me hot, she loves me strong. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we must go. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner in the ice and snow. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will fly. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner by and by. Round the corner, Sally. Well, I wish I had that girl in tow.
Round the corner, Sally.
I would tow her up to Callio. Round the corner, Sally. Where every man gets his flowing bowl. Round the corner, Sally. And Sally, she's a cheery soul. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we must go. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner in the ice and snow. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner we will fly. Round the corner, Sally. Around the corner by and by. Round the corner, Sally. I heard the old man say.
Round the corner, Sally.
Just one more pull, lads, then belay.
Round the corner, Sally.
Oh, one more pull and that'll do.
Round the corner, Sally.
For we are the lads to kick her through.
Round the corner, Sally.
So round her up and stretch her luff.
Round the corner, Sally.
I think by God we've hauled enough.
Round the corner, Sally. Yeah. Silly nuts.
Thank you. Okay, yes.
More retuning?
No.
What?
I just switch instruments.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that great?
Lucky you. Yeah, that's all I do too. I don't even have to tune the other one much. This is one of our favorite songs by one of our favorite songwriters ever. And believe me, it's hard to pick a favorite song that Janie McNeely has written because we like, I think, just about all of them. And certainly we love the ones that we sing. So this is the Siren song.
We had a request for this, so
We did. Who
we
requested
did
it?
this.
Janie?
Yeah, that's it. Janie requested it. So. She always requests. Play more of my songs.
You know she has a songbook out, right? If you like her Janie McNeely's songs and want to learn them, she has a songbook out.
Or if you like the Chesapeake Bay, because
Or if
these
you
are
like the
songs
Chesapeake Bay.
singing the Bay Fantastic of Chesapeake Bay songs. That's where we met Janie
Yep.
long, long ago. She now lives in Whitby. She's
UK.
been putting on a series of house concerts from her house along with Rob. So check those out.
Yeah, Tulip House, I think it is. No, wait, no, it's Falcon House.
Falcon House,
Falcon
but it's
House.
Tulip
That's her name online.
is the
And we don't know. We don't know anything.
song about the sirens. That's what this is. Sirens. Got a lot of bad press over the years.
Yeah, darn that press.
Yeah, darn that press. Yeah, evil sirens. Ha! Fake
Hey,
news.
fake news.
It's a song about fake news.
With an awesome chorus. Said the siren to the sailor, what makes you think we'd want your sorry ass washed up here on our beach? We're so out of your reach. Just goes to show you that there's nothing comes for free. You say you got our number. It was scribbled on some drunken sailor's dank and hairy palm. You've got it all wrong. Just goes to show you can't believe everything that you read. We just come to this beach to sing. And when we sing the blue ocean. We sing the whitecaps. We sing the waves. We sing the winds. We sing the stories. We sing the breaking of the day. Said the siren to the sailor, we've yet to meet the man the likes of which we take with open arms. No top man from the yards, no washed up salt come all this way to cop a feel. You must have heard the story. The blind man says we girls all do it just for sport. That's myth and no more. Just goes to show you can't believe everything that you read. We just come to this beach to sing. And when we sing the blue ocean. We sing the whitecaps. We sing the waves. We sing Somewhere along the line we'd like to think that we could get some flash, could settle some hash, could see our names in lights, our reputations clean. We'd like to think we'd settle for just a bit of Oz instinct writ large inside the Times. No doggerel rhymes, just goes to show you can't believe anything that you read. We just come to this beach to sing, and when we sing the blue ocean, we sing the white caps, we sing the waves, we sing the winds, we sing the stories, we sing the breaking of the day. And when we sing, we sing the blue ocean, we sing the white caps, we sing the waves, we sing the wind,
We sing the wind,
we sing the stories,
we sing the stories,
we sing the breaking of the day. We sing the wind, we sing the stories, we sing the breaking of the day. Yeah, I love that song. Janie Maneely. So this next song is kind of a test.
It's another song that we got from Mary Benson, actually, from her singing
Oh, really?
with, she used to sing this with the wonderful Portland, Oregon band Howlin' Gale.
Before my
years ago.
time, sadly.
Before your time, yeah. Yes, but it is kind of a quiz, isn't it? It's a pop quiz.
This is a pop quiz. If you can't answer it in the first two lines, I don't know what to say. And actually, you'll get it wrong, but that's okay.
This is to illustrate the fact that oftentimes, sailors would get shanghaied in various ways, so they'd be like knocked on the head or drugged or something when they actually came on board the ship, you see. And so when they'd be
This
outward
is your
bound,
rational, huh?
they'd be
Rationale.
going, where the hell am I? And they'd go, you're on a ship. It's like, I know, but what is this? What is this sailboat's name? I have no idea.
There you
See
go.
what you think. We'll talk later.
Tell me, what is this sailboat's name? It's a sailboat malarkey. Tell me, what is this sailboat's name? It's a sailboat malarkey. Who is the man who built this fine boat? It's the sailboat malarkey. Richardson built this fine boat. It's the sailboat malarkey. And now, me boys, we are bound out to sea. It's the sailboat malarkey. Windward Caroline, come down to me. It's the sailboat malarkey. Tell me, what is this sailboat's name? It's the sailboat malarkey. Tell me, what is this sailboat's name? It's the sailboat malarkey. Well, she's lovely aloft and she's lovely below. It's the sailboat malarkey. But she's best on her back, as you very well know. It's the round.
It's the sailboat malarkey.
Tell me, what is this sailboat's name?
It's the sailboat malarkey.
Tell me, what is this sailboat's name?
It's the sailboat malarkey.
Well, I give the world, boys, and all that I know.
It's the sailboat malarkey.
To turn and roll with my Lucio.
It's the sailboat malarkey.
Away, away in St. George's Town.
It's the sailboat malarkey.
The rats come back and the house is down.
It's the sailboat malarkey.
Tell me, what is this sailboat's name?
It's the sailboat malarkey.
Tell me, what is this sailboat's name?
It's the sailboat malarkey.
Tell me, what is this sailboat's name?
It's the sailboat malarkey. To acknowledge our special guest star.
Rubber chicken.
Not just a rubber chicken, but a rubber pirate chicken with a guitar. I mean, that's...
I mean, can you
That's-
even?
yeah.
I don't know if you can see it or
You
not.
can't see it, but you saw it. So, so what was that sailboat's name?
It's actually, well, didn't you say it was something like actually a misunderstanding of?
Yeah, actually, yeah. From what I read, this is this. If you're interested in this, is
Doesn't matter. We can't hear them if they're not.
that
there.
the ship's name was probably Malachi, and that it was a mispronunciation because, again, sailors were not the best linguists in the world, and not, maybe just reading skills. But anyhow, that they saw on a ship, it said Malachi, and they pronounced it Malaki instead of Malachi, and then of course with English sailors involved, that was like, yeah, that sounds like a bit of malarkey to me, you know?
Yeah.
And so it became the malarkey instead of Malachi. So,
Well,
so
there you
there you
go.
go. That's your little note. Now we're going to shift over to the southern states for a couple of songs here that both these mention Mobile Bay, Mobile, Alabama. We went down there once and had a wonderful time, actually.
That's right. There was a really great festival there, wasn't there? What are you doing?
No, it wasn't a festival. We went there for a private party.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that was
Some
exciting.
folks were getting ready to take their yacht around.
Well, they were going to
their
go pick up
catamaran
their yacht that they had built for them, and it was a trimaran, I think.
and then sail it around the world. or
Sail it
something,
around
yeah.
the world and then end up back in Mobile Bay.
Uh-huh.
And it was an old lumber baron's house with the original timbers still in place. They were enormous.
So we got to see Mobile Bay, and it was really a fascinating experience.
It was. We have a number of stories from that short 3 days with these very, very nice people.
So this is a sugar loading shanty that we've been singing for a long time, and we've kind of had our way with it. So we'll just sing it for you. We need a song. Well, I wish I was in Mobile Bay, screwing cotton all the day, but I'm stowing sugar in the hold below, 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 below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Well, now the J.M. White, she's a new boat. Stem to stern, she's a mighty fine. She'll beat any boat on the Orleans line, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Now the engineer shouts through his trumpet, tells the mate we got bad news. Where you can't get steam for the fire in the flue, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Now the captain stands on the quarterdeck, scratching way out of his old neck. He says, here now, heave that larboard lead, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Oh, I wish I was in Mobile Bay, screwing cotton all the day, but I'm stowing sugar in the hole below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Sugar in the hole. Singing, hey, oh, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below.
I had a little bit of chocolate before the end of the break. It was really good. So this next song requires a little bit of setup because I'm playing the newer of my two Gurdies, and it's really kind of noisy, and so we tried running it through the amp, which actually works a lot better. than the acoustic sound, especially since the microphones really don't pick it up very well. Or if you have them up high enough to be picked up, it picks up all the extraneous key noise and the keys that vibrate sympathetically and in a really gross way. So there you go. So I got to be a second. William will talk to you, though.
I'll tell you about this song.
Tell him about the song, dear.
This is another Mobile Bay song.
Wow, it's the Mobile Bay set.
Yep, this is the Mobile Bay pair. It's called Walk Along You Saucy Anna. And we heard it recently from Bob Walzer, wonderful shanty singer from the Midwest. But earlier than that, we had heard it in the Netherlands on a trip there once, and we were performing at a festival that involved a race, which we could talk about endlessly.
Because it was so cool.
But the point that we're making is that at one point, when these racing boats were departing, they were walked along the pier by a whole bunch of singers and friends and people from the festival, kind of towing them along to launch them on their way. And they sang this song about "Walk Along, You Saucy Anna," and it never quite went away. I thought about it, but I realized that one reason why it stuck with me is because it's such an unusual, out-of-date expression now. You rarely hear people being called saucy. It's just saucy. I mean, what? What? Why? But it rang a bell with me because my second grade teacher, Sister Coronata, used to use this expression all the time.
I should have waited to tune, I can tell. Keep going. No, keep going.
"You saucy children," she said. "You saucy, saucy children. Step back. Be quiet, you saucy children." And it was like her favorite go-to expression all the time. And so this was back in, if I'd say, like 1962, I think. I was thinking about it, and it was like you just never hear about it. Why is this person using this expression that was most commonly used back in the 1800s, And I was like, wow, that's it. Sister Coronado was really old.
She was very old,
She was
dear.
very old.
Even older than we are now.
At least, especially from my second grade perspective, Of course, anybody. I mean, I thought the other teacher I had was really, really old, Sister
20?
Panis, and she was probably like 23. Yeah. So, Sister Coronado was really old, and I was like, oh, this makes perfect sense. Back in the 1800s, women would disguise themselves as sailors and go off to sea, like earlier in our set. And it's like, this explains perfectly where Sister Coronado came from, because she clearly went to sea as a deep water sailor. That's how she got that gruff expression.
And she's not here to defend herself. Poor Sister Coronado.
Sister Coronado, if you're listening, please send us an email, because I would love to hear from
William's
you.
being saucy, and I need your help.
Saucy, saucy.
Am I still
Saucy
in tune?
children.
I don't know. I'm going to find out.
Oh, okay.
And I am. Look at that.
And you got your
Yep, I'm up. I got my
volumes and
volumes
everything?
up and everything.
So hopefully you'll be able to hear this. So
If not, that's okay. Just fill in the break of your choice.
we'll be back next month with more adventures of Sister Coronata as she stowed sugar in Mobile Bay.
Now, come on.
You saucy children! Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. Off tomorrow at the break of day. Walk along, you saucy Anna. We'll fly that flag and we'll sail tomorrow. Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. God bless Our Lady Queen. Walk along, you saucy Anna. Well, I wish I was in old Mobile Bay. Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. Oh, I know, boys, just how I feel. Walk along, you saucy Anna, to just sit on my Anna's knee. Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. Oh, I know she'd say I was making free. Walk along, you saucy Anna.
Oh, stay at home, oh, stay with me.
Way, hey, we are off tomorrow.
Oh, stay at home, don't go to sea.
Walk along, you saucy Anna. Oh, $1 a day is a sailor's pay. Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. It's easy come, easy go away. Walk along, you saucy Anna. Well, I thought I heard our old man say, way, hey, we are off tomorrow. We're outward bound for Mobile Bay. Walk along, you saucy Anna. Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. Way, hey, we are off tomorrow. Off tomorrow at the break of day. Walk along, you saucy Anna. Walk along, you saucy Anna. Walk along, you saucy Anna.
Saucy Anna.
Pretty song.
It is a very pretty song, dear. Oh, this trouble for one song. But now that we've worked this out, we'll maybe be able to use this Gertie for more stuff, because the acoustic sound is just really not all that, well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm whining. I'm whinging. 2 hurdy-gurdies, all the complaining. So I only have a couple of more songs for you. This one is by a dear friend of ours named Jennifer Cutting, who lives out in the East Coast and is a tremendous musician, a wonderful person, and a
Great songwriter.
very good songwriter. Yeah, absolutely a wonderful songwriter. And we were fortunate enough to get to spend some time with her on our long sojourn out there, and she had us guest on one of her albums, which is a huge honor. I mean, she plays with the very best people, And it was fun as well. We had a fantastic time. Okay, I got a tune.
Tuning, okay.
Okay.
Thanks so much for coming to join us today. It was
Yep, absolutely. It's a real privilege to play for you all. Great song, fabulous chorus.
yeah, hold steady as you go. I need to
Oh, hydrate.
brace
Good idea.
myself with hydrate. That's it. Okay. 2, 3.
You have always loved to travel on the wind and land and sea, and you've sailed so many places it can hardly be believed. Now the port where you are going we've seen only in our dreams. Let our love keep you steady as you go. Many hands make you ready with a touch so sure and soft. Many strong arms to lift you as you go aloft. As you sail to forever where the wild waters flow. Let our love keep you steady as you go. Well, it's love that bids you stay here, and love that bids you go. In this port it's fare you well, while in the next they shout hello. You couldn't stay here in this harbor, that's just not what ships are for. But let our love keep you steady as you go. Many hands make you ready with a touch so sure and soft. Many strong arms to lift you as you go aloft. As you sail to forever where the wild waters flow. Let our love keep you steady as you go. And I hope that you'll forgive us any harm we brought to you, and the joys what you'll remember when your journey here is through. You will still be real as ever, though you've sailed beyond our view. Let our love keep you steady as you go. Many hands make you ready with a touch so sure and soft. Many strong arms to lift you as you go aloft. As you sail to forever where the wild waters flow. Let our love keep you steady as you go. And the sorrow in your leaving, may it open up our hearts to the sorrow felt by others, so that we can do our part. as we comfort one another, then the healing time will start. Let our love keep us steady as we go. Many hands make you ready with a touch so sure and soft. Many strong arms to lift you as you go aloft, as you sail to forever where the wild waters flow. Let our love keep you steady as you go. May love keep you steady as you go.
Jennifer Cutting. Thank you, Jennifer, for that amazing song. You can find Jennifer Cutting and her band Oceans Orchestra online, and all her recordings are simply magnificent. You can buy any one of them and be completely pleased if you like what we do. So we're going to do one more song and call it a night or an afternoon. It's 10 minutes past coffee time. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sticking around. And for the people who shared the link, thank you so much. That word of mouth means the world to us. And, well, we'll do another concert next month with any luck. And maybe William will have a different set list where he doesn't tune his guitar every time.
Yeah. What fun would that be? Let us know if you enjoyed the little video things, too. We'd like to know that.
Yeah, we'd like to know if you like or dislike them.
Yeah.
We know at least one of the two songs is a friend of ours' not favorite song. That's okay. She's probably not listening, and that's okay, too. Let me tune it.
One thing, though, it means that while those songs are those videos are playing, you get to tune up without you having to listen to it. So that's on the plus side there. This is a song that we tried to end our last concert with.
Many of you guessed which song it was.
Yeah, and I cleverly
Messed up.
pressed a little button, and it ended up disconnecting our audio. So we were miming that song.
We did a
last time.
great job.
It was
man.
great, perfect, yeah.
We
But,
played it so much better than we're probably going to play it now. Anyway.
But we will leave you with this, Rolling Down to Old Maui. This is a version we first heard from John Roberts, but it comes from Gail Huntington's wonderful book, The Songs That the Whalemen Sang. And it's a little bit different from the one that usually gets sung around most of the time. But good song nonetheless, and a great chorus.
Yep.
So
Thanks again.
Thanks again for coming. If you
Really
made
appreciate it.
contributions, we
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
and
we should
just
tell you, we actually
be
buy
here.
groceries and stuff with that stuff. So you're helping us stay alive very concrete ways. So, I'm sorry, dear, you were still talking.
That's all right.
That's all right, I'll interrupt you again.
What?
What? Thanks
I
again.
can't remember what I was going to say. That'll do. Thanks again.
Bye.
I'll see you next time.
2, 3, and. Once more we are blown by the northern gale, bounding o'er the main, and those green hills are those tropic isles we soon shall see again. 5 sluggish moons have waxed and waned since from our shore sailed we. But now we're bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. We are rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, we're rolling down to old Maui. Through many's the blow of frost and snow, bitter squalls and hail. Our spars were bent and our sails were red as we braved the northern gale. All the horrid isles of the ice-cut tiles that deck the polar sea, they are many, many leagues astern since we sailed to old Maui. gale of frost and hail, our good ship bore away. But in the midst of the moonbeam's kiss, we slept in St. Lawrence Bay. For there's a many's the day we whiled away on that cold Kamchatka Sea. But now we're bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to old Maui. We're rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. It's an ample share of toil and care we whalemen undergo. But we don't give a damn when the gale is done, how hard the winds did blow. For it's a homeward bound, that joyful sound. Yet it may not be, but we'll think on that as we laugh and chat with the girls of old Maui. We are rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. We're rolling down to old Maui, me boys, down to old Maui. We are homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui.
Thanks again, everybody. Have a great rest of your day wherever you are.
Yeah.
And we'll try and catch up with you next month, I hope. Thanks a
See ya.
lot.
Thanks again.